out here at the TUXC Farm as the Taylor women's cross country team begins their preparation in earnest for the season opener this Friday at Indiana Wesleyan. And to look ahead to the 2021 campaign, I'm joined by their head coach, Quinn White. And Quinn, you guys finished third at the national championship a year ago, preseason number 2. You guys have won 8 Crossroads League titles in a row. What does that say over all the success this team has had over the last 8 years?
It's just exciting. I think it's a tribute to the past Mad Dogs and coaches, and of course just the last 10 years or so. The girls have pretty much been on fire, and they have a lot of conviction. They believe they can compete with about anybody. But I'll tell you, and maybe this is a question later, sorry, but our league is stacked, and Indiana Wesleyan is very good. I believe they're returning a lot. Huntington is very good. There are some other schools right now. Matter of fact, I think there might be 5 ranked teams in our conference. So it's going to be real interesting. The second meet of the year, our home meet, we'll go against number 1. St. Francis of Illinois will be on our course, which will be exciting. And it's my understanding they have everybody back. So they're really strong. We're going to have a fun season competing against a lot of good people, which I believe makes us better.
I don't want to have you give away all of your secrets, and you use that word conviction a lot in the times we've talked over the last 8 years. How do you try to keep that drive there for your athletes, knowing that you guys have won 8 league titles in a row? You guys are a perennial contender for the national championship every year, and obviously people come and go with graduation and bringing new runners in, but how do you try to keep that fire there with your athletes?
Well, I think culture is a big part of that. It's so neat to see young ladies step up. A couple years ago, I'm going to kind of go over to track just for a second. We had a dynamic 4x8. They were great, and I thought, I don't know if we'll ever do that again. Well, the new girls came in and won a national title last year, and that's the same girls right now they're taking the place of Sarah Harden and Livy Schroeder and the other seniors that graduated. And these girls right now are stepping up. We may not have the big dogs like we've had in the past. However, it's going to be interesting to see what a couple of these front runners do. But we're going to have a pack that might be the best pack that we've had since I've been coaching.
You've had to replace seniors obviously every year in your coaching career. Every coach has to do that. But maybe having to replace 2 top dogs, the likes, at the same time as you do in Livy Schroeder and Sarah Harden. What's the plan of attack to try to fill those gaps, particularly as 2 of the top runners in the league in their 4-year careers? Just as we mentioned a little bit earlier, conviction. We believe there's a difference between confidence and conviction, and it's not my thing. I got it from Coach Gould. But conviction's in the heart, where I believe confidence is just a feeling. But to get it in your heart, you have to train hard. You have to do the right things. You have to set yourself up for success. And I believe with the culture that we have, our girls just strive off that. One of the things you guys have been fundraising a lot for the last couple of years of the Day of Giving is the shelter house out here at the TUXC Farm. Well, it's finally been built. What's it like to finally see that structure come to completion? Yeah, it's great. We have been so blessed with alums and family and friends that have made donations to the program. I mean, really, this whole course is pretty much donated. But to have that up, that was about a $40,000 structure. We also raised money for anti-gravity treadmill, which is about $37,000. We're just very, very thankful to have all that. So that will be our team tent, which is nice. Other people aren't allowed underneath that, but it's very, very nice. And again, we're thankful. You guys look ahead to the Indiana Wesleyan meet this upcoming Friday. It's a course you guys probably know just as well as here as a TUXC Farm, running there every year, at least once a year, sometimes twice if they host the league meet. What are some of the goals heading into that first meet of the season? Really, it's just get experience. Understand that it's part of the process, and the end game will be, for some it'll be nationals, and for others it'll be league. So to get one in, to see where we're at, to begin to make adjustments and see where we're strong and where we're weak and fill those gaps. Big weekend upcoming next weekend is the men's cross country team, and you as well, being their head coach, get their national championship rings at halftime of the football game on the night of the 18th against Butler. But it's a huge weekend as well with the Bullock invite coming up on Friday for both the men and the women. Coach Glass is going to be back on campus on Saturday. You've got a ton of alums and former runners and their parents coming in. What's it going to mean to get all of those members, both men and women, from the cross country programs back here on campus next week? It means a lot, and I'm so excited that the ladies want to be a part of it, because although the men won, one thing that I don't want people to forget is we also won the combined championship, which is the men and the women together, and that's special. And to be for the guys to win the national meet was just crazy, and first time in school history. But when you look at culture as a whole and family as a whole, that combined title was something special. So for the ladies to be a part and to be at some of the festivities and things and supporting the guys when they get their rings, that means a lot.
It's a big weekend this weekend with the first meet of the year, and then a big weekend next week, obviously, with the ring ceremony and everything that comes with that. Quinn, thanks for the time, and best of luck here in the fall of 2021.
Thank you, Rick.
That is Quinn White, the Taylor Women's Cross Country head coach, joining me today. For more up-to-date information on Taylor Women's Cross Country, just log on to TaylorTrojans.com.